I'm Pete Finnis. I work across Eastbourne and Lewes District Council. My normal day job title is Assistant Director of Corporate Governance, but for the purpose of this interview, I'm Deputy Returning Officer for elections across Lewes and Eastbourne.
So Pete, we've got elections on May the 2nd in Eastbourne and in Lewes. Can you tell us who the local people will be electing?
Yeah, effectively what you're doing with these elections is electing what's known as local councillors. Local councillors are members of your own community who are standing for election to the district and borough councils, Lewes District Council and Eastbourne Borough Council, but also the parish and town councils in Lewes District as well. They're, as I said, people from your local community. They can be members of political parties, they can be independents, and they are overseeing decisions made by the council on all of the various day-to-day services that people rely upon.
And in terms of, you mentioned political parties, what is the political, what's an overview of the political makeup of Eastbourne and Lewes as things stand now?
As we currently stand, Eastbourne Borough Council is represented by just two political parties, the Conservatives and the Liberal Democrats. The Liberal Democrats have the majority of seats and therefore control of the council. In Lewes, it's a district, it's a more complicated picture. The Conservative Party have the most seats, but not an overall majority. There are also seats held by Liberal Democrats, Greens and Independents.
And Pete, could you just give people an idea of the distinction between the services that the borough and district councils manage and those that the county council look after? Because obviously county councillors are not being elected on May the 2nd.
Yeah, it is important to make that distinction. Most of the services that are delivered by the county council are on a more regional basis. So services that are delivered directly by borough councils and district councils are things like waste services, planning services, environmental health services, local housing, benefits, council tax, kind of the things that affect more people more of the time.
And the county council, of course, look after transport, highways, those type of, as you said, regional services.
Yes, transport, highways, social services, education, there's the sort of more broad brush services that where it's appropriate to make decisions on a county-wide basis.
And so if I want to vote on May the 2nd, what do I have to do?
Well, the most important thing is to make sure you're on the electoral register. If you're unsure as to whether you're on the electoral register, or you simply want to know how you can vote or where you need to go to vote if you're going to a polling station, then you should call the council's central number, which is 01323 410000, and ask to be put through to the elections office. The elections office here run the elections both for the Lewes councils and the Eastbourne councils, because although both councils are sovereign entities, they're separate councils, there is a single combined workforce that is delivering these elections for both.
And I've got to get to work. How early do the polls open on May the 2nd? And if I vote after work, when do they shut?
The polls are open from 7 a.m. on Thursday, May the 2nd, and close at 10 p.m. on Thursday, May the 2nd, and they're open right the way through those hours.
And one final question, how will I know where to go to cast my vote?
You should be sent a polling card. That polling card will state the location of the polling station that you're allocated to. It's important that you go to that polling station, unless of course you've applied for a postal vote, and you might then have sent your vote in advance. If you want to be sure about where you go, or you've mislaid your poll card, as I've said, just give the election office a call. They'll be able to tell you where to go.